The Predator should be running in the next video that I post up. Check this out. Here is the motor. I've been hard at work over here. There will be a full build video on this motor. People wanted it. I got so many comments. People are like, dude, you have to do a full build video. So it takes a lot of time to do those videos. That's why I don't really have like full feature videos right now. But I wanted to show you guys what's going on. The last update video I posted, I got really good feedback. People said they appreciate the updates. So if you guys do like that, definitely let me know in the comment section below this video too, because then I can continue to keep doing them. But I'm not trying to milk the series and put up like BS content either. But if you guys do like these little brief videos where I just kind of go over things, definitely let me know. So it's looking really clean. I'm really happy with the way this is turning out. I'm waiting for clutch fibers. So we can't put the clutch together. That's why this half of the engine, I mean, it's practically done. I just have to put the clutch pack in, the pressure plate, our clutch pushing rod, and I think that's it. Then the cover goes on. The oil filter, I think, is right here. And I need the cover for our water pump. The reason I can't put those on, even if I had the clutch pack, is I discovered that the gasket kit is different from 0304 and 05 to 07. The bottom end, anyways. The top end, I believe, is the same. I had two gasket kits for this thing. Neither one of them fit. So the only one that fit is the stator side. So that one is universal from 03 to 07. So if you're just buying a stator gasket, you're good to go pretty much no matter what year you have. So this side is pretty much done. The flywheel's on there and everything. I did some modifications and stuff to the crank. You guys already knew that. I did a couple more things though because people say that the flywheels, the Woodruff key likes to shear. So I'd be amazed if this one shears. I just made sure that everything was super nice. Everything's super tight in there. Tolerances are perfect and all. That'll all be in the full motor build video. I've got the 39 millimeter FCR style carb. This is not a genuine carb. I've read really good reviews on this replica carb. It's supposed to be just as good as the real thing, pretty much. So we're gonna test it out. It should be way better than the junky carb that came off of it, man. That thing was trash. We're running a 6-inch Uni dual stage filter with an outerwear on it, and we're not going to be running the airbox. So that should maximize the flow big time. The flow is the intake flow on these things was notorious for being like a choke point on these things. So that's going to help open up the top end big time. The cam cover, I painted wrinkle black. I think that came out really clean. I was torn on leaving it bare aluminum, polishing it, or making it kind of look brushed, but I think that the wrinkle paint looks really clean. It just looks good, man. I'm getting super excited here. Got the cylinder head signed by me. It's the second cylinder that I've ever ported. Hopefully this thing is a beast. On the body, I got the suspension back from Smitty's Shocks. They are fully rebuilt, ready to rock and roll. They're set up for 220 pounds, front and rear. I don't know if you guys can see the rear one in the back there. Looks so much better with those resis on there, man. That's just the way a Predator is supposed to look. Any ATV looks better when you have the resi shocks, at least in my opinion. So the frame is just kind of waiting. I can't really progress until we put the motor in there. I'm going to put the motor in the frame and then I can do the swing arm and stuff. So it just kind of sits like this. So just to go over some specs of the motor, this is a 560cc big bore kit. It is a Nikasil cylinder. Some people were saying that you're going to have problems with a 560 kit because the sleeves like to drop in them. Well, it's not a sleeved cylinder. It's Nikasil. So this is an updated version. It should be really reliable and it should last like forever because it's Nikasil. That stuff is awesome. And we're also running, right now we have got the stock cams in it. I do have hot cams from BP Racing. However, after measuring and looking at the specs for the duration and the lift, I don't think that cam is going to be optimum for this build because I'm really going for top end. And the cam from Hot Cams is a bottom end cam, like big time bottom end. I read reviews on it and stuff, and people were saying that it does punch really hard down low, but then up top you kind of lose a little bit. And that's the opposite of what we're trying to do with this motor. We want this motor to scream up top. We got the lightweight flywheel. I got the we're ported up top. We have the bigger carb. We have a larger inner diameter exhaust. We want this thing super, super easy flowing, lots of top end, lots of RPMs. I'm hoping that's the kind of power that we're going to get out of this thing. So the hot cams were just not designed for this motor. So we're not going to run those, at least not off the bat. I might experiment with them later. Now Webcam makes a cam. The specs on that would be premium for this, but the only thing is there's a major wait period for webcams, so we're just going to run the stock cams for now. From what I read online, the stock cams are actually pretty decent in the Predator. The crank is trued and welded by myself. I had to do quite a bit of modifications to the crank to make that work because the crank that went into this thing is from an 03, 04, I believe, and we have an 05 to 07 bottom end. It's an 07. And man, a lot of modifications needed to be done to that crank. Huge pain in the ass. That's going to be in the motor build video, but it's all together now. Everything rolls over really nice and smooth. This thing should run no problem. So for now, that's all I have to report. I'm going to be putting this motor in. I believe the gaskets and the clutch plates are going to come tomorrow and Wednesday. So Wednesday, I'm hoping to have this thing completely together. I'm hoping that maybe Tuesday the parts come, and then I want to slap the motor in the quad. I have to make sure everything's wired up right. I just got to make sure everything's good to go on it. And then John and I are trying to shoot the Quad Wars series at the end of this week because the following week we're going out to Indiana for the Warrior meetup. That's in Indiana, Badlands. That's from the 9th to the 13th. I'm probably going to be going later in the week as we get closer to this because we're behind the 8 ball here because just waiting on parts and stuff. We were originally intending to go earlier in the week, but we'll see what happens. But we want these quads to be ready to rock and roll because I'm planning to bring the Predator out there. So shooting the Quad Wars series was going to be the test of these things because we're going to beat the hell out of them. And if they can last through that, I'm sure that we'll be good to go. You guys know what it's like when you build a quad. You never want to take it out to a riding spot, especially if it's really far away. If you've never ridden it before, I've already been down that road with the 250R and you see what happens. You got to dial in, make sure that there's usually little stuff that you got to like adjust and tweak. Building a quad, it's a big project. And any machine really. So that's why we want to do the Quad Wars series first before we go out to Badlands. So we're just kind of cramming it in since that Badlands trip is coming right around the corner. So we got our work cut out for ourselves, John and I. And that's why another reason I wanted to make this video for you guys, even though, like I don't really like doing the little update videos and stuff because I just feel like it's just not enough in here for you guys. But I need to let you guys know this because probably for the next couple weeks, I'm going to be so busy doing the filming portion and, making the Quad War stuff that it's going to be tough to get content out for you guys. So that's what's going on. Just wanted to let you know, I love all you guys. Have a great Memorial Day. Thank you to everybody that serves. And of course, we have to remember all of those that gave the ultimate sacrifice and give us everything that we have in this country and allow us to do the things that we love to do. So I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you're killing it. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up if you're enjoying these videos and leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of this motor build. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.